All right, YouTube, we back. It's your boy Zulu Gullah. Like, share, subscribe, comment. Something that I want to share with y'all because we've been going over the levels to dating compared to friendship. Well, we're just talking about the two top tier systems: uh, dating, unfortunately, courting and contracting, and friendship, and which levels they all reside on from one another, and the meaning and true definitions of each. And those teach you the pattern and the trails of men that females have and leave. But I thought it was important uh, to go over the discreet woman uh, because the discreet woman is always trying to erase her path and trail of men and activities with men and sexual history. Um, I've dealt with one, and this is why I think it's so important for y'all to understand that you may come across one and how to recognize it. Usually, when they're very discreet like that, they are so discreet that you'll even see when they'll pretty much leave family in the blind. Um, so that's what this is about. When you can't see it online, when you don't see the pattern, uh, social media, wherever you meet them at, Lord forbid on a dating app or a hookup site, when you can't see the pattern digitally or electronically, you'll see it in real life. That's how you recognize a discreet woman. Because no matter how discreet she is online and on the internet, her real life will give her away. That's how I found out. But you have to be able to pay attention. It's just like red flags and anything. So what they do is they portray themselves as not out there like that. They portray themselves to keeping things to a minimum. Um, and they put it off, because you should have heard her how she used to talk about, I ain't out here messing with all these different dudes and I ain't no whore. And, she would reference who's a whore, who isn't a whore, and, you know, um, who's sleeping with a lot of dudes and who isn't. And it used to be conversation like that. And I used to just sit back and just listen and just watch. But then I would notice at the drop of a dime that this woman could be very, very nonchalant, very, very private, very sudden and abrupt to change to the point to where even family members complain, you know, about movements. So they can never avoid the fact that you still have a physical life versus an online life. And your online life is going to carry over into your physical life. So imagine you doing something based upon online activity. Well, whatever you did took place in real life. And at some point, whether you continue the activity based upon repeating it from online, every time you do it in real life. And every time you move out and about in the real world, there's still a trail because that person or those people or those places where you went will resurface. Case in point, if you hook up with a guy or a bunch of guys, maybe not all at once, over a course of time, excuse me, I'm doing some adjusting. As a woman, you hook up with guys over a course of time, again, not at once, maybe not all at once, but over a course of time, especially if you live in a place for a long time, years at a time. These guys will always be around unless they move. Rarely do these guys move away themselves. And by the time you're so many dudes in, it doesn't matter which one's moving out because you've already done accumulated more than enough men to where the few that probably do you never hear from again don't matter. But you will see these other ones somewhere. Now you may see them by yourself, but the problem comes into play when you try to pursue something with another guy, especially the relationship status. Now, the flinging and hooking up where y'all not really out in public like that, it's not really that type of thing. It's just the next dude getting the turn. The problem comes into play when this woman decides she wants a relationship, but she can't handle explaining what could and could happen being seen with her in public. That's on top of her own other issues. If she wants the relationship 1 second and then starts to have fluctuations of her freedom or cravings to go back out there to the streets or whatnot, that can become an issue. I've seen where women have been on these dating sites and these hookup sites, and let me tell you, this is part of the reason why they are not getting relationships and married more than anything versus all this conversation that y'all be hearing on YouTube. They're not telling you the real reasons why dating and relationships don't work anymore and why men don't want to get married other than the legislation, the laws that surround marriage. Ran through sexual freedom, body positivity, and all that stuff is an understatement. Stabbing cabin, shout out to grown man business, all that's an understatement. When you find out it's beyond a sneaky link, it's beyond casual sex. When you find out that women have a friends base on hookup sites like they do social media, you will begin to understand that you should never let nobody tell you body count and sexual history doesn't matter. You should never let nobody tell you that because these women have things going on behind the scenes that you're not ready for. We're not talking about a sneaky link. We're not talking about a friends with benefits. We're not talking about a call up. We're not even talking about her dealing with multiple guys on a level. We're talking about sexual inhibitions. See, the sneaky links and all that stuff, that's the actual new regular shit. What you're finding out is that your woman went on a sex trip or a sex weekend, or she propositioned to be with two dudes. She propositioned to try a woman for the night. The discreet woman is the most dangerous woman. She's discreet for a reason. She wants to do her darkest, deepest desires and still play the I'm not a whore or I'm not out here like that. I don't sleep with a bunch of dudes because she thinks she's covering her tracks. And at this point, I'm about to do a stream telling you guys to get off the dating apps, any kind of hookup sites, dating apps, and reconfigure your social media, how to look at your social media, how to block out the temptation in your social media. It's very dangerous out here, fellas. And if women aren't willing to tell you what they've been doing and what they got going on, that is the first failure of the test. I'm telling you, the discrete profile, the hidden profile, discrete and hidden. You gotta ask yourself, why discrete, why hidden? I seen two guys get played by the same profile, a hidden profile. One guy was smart about it. The other guy was kind of trippy. The guy that was smart, he just played it cool and just went on about his business. The other guy was tripping, was mad and stomping off. Set up by the hidden profile. This has been a good 2 weeks or so It's been a game changer. Y'all better take these streams I'm giving y'all. Y'all better share them, man, because this is the real game. This is not none of that bullshit strategy shit, macho, run your mouth, talk up on the woman type shit. No, this is the shit that's gonna make you look at the broads around you and be extremely careful. And you ain't gonna care how they look and not worry about the sex appeal. You're gonna be like, what does this female have going on for real? And you're gonna move about based upon that. I just left church, man. Told you I was going to service tonight. Tried to go last night, and I wasn't thinking about no woman at all. And there was women in there, but I was not thinking about them. I hardly even talked. People spoke to me. I put some money in the offering, and that was it. And I also known and witnessed in real life a discreet woman going to church. So read the description in the chat. Look at the image. Listen to the message. I don't have to expand upon the message much because the description is going to give you all that you need. But pay attention. The way we make females interview, it's a reason behind that. It's the only way. It's your boy Zulu Go. Like, share, subscribe, comment. I'm about to end my night. I got to get me something to eat, man, and get in the shower. Y'all have a good night. Y'all be blessed, man. This other streamer postponed that, man. I'm gonna try to make that from the morning. So um, y'all just bear with me. But it's running too late. I got to wind down. But have a good night, everybody. Be safe.